Hello everyone, my name is Ashton and welcome back to my cozy corner of YouTube. In this video we are going to yet again be doing something a little bit different with my Arrtx acrylic markers. So you guys really loved this guy, and I thought, while this spread is not finished yet, that I would give y'all a little bit of a treat and start working on another character that could exist in the same world. And I'll talk a little bit about everything that I'm kind of picturing for these two characters in my voiceover. This character is also going to get a full spread of all of the different equipment and weapons and things that this character is going to be carrying. I know that the other spread isn't fully done yet, so I'll give you an update on when that's done as well. But in this video, I'm getting a little excited, and I'm not necessarily going to be doing this spread. I'm going to be doing a spread with the characters interacting together. So yeah, I feel like I'm skipping a few steps, but it should be fun. So yes, like I said, expect a Chatterbox session while I draw, and then I will leave you guys at some point with cozy music and just the satisfying marker sounds, so look forward to it. Timestamps will be in the description for that, and let's get into the drawing. Alright, so getting straight into it, I wanted to start off by saying that I feel like I sort of lied in the intro when I said I was going to go over my idea for these characters, and that I don't actually have an idea. My idea for them is that they are my characters as much as they are your characters. So I was thinking kind of keeping the characters ambiguous, having them just be called like the Dark Knight and then the Bright Knight. Yeah, I don't know. The Bright Knight was originally that whole spread was a D&D concept spread. So I use he, him pronouns for the character. I talk a little bit about what that character is supposed to do with my D&D campaign. So if you do want to kind of get a background of the character and how I was planning the character, you could go watch that video. But if you want to consider that null and void, by all means, because I kind of just want these characters to be whatever you guys want them to be in how they interact, but also just like who they are. Because I know you guys are all super creative and that you guys will probably want to come up with your own stories and canons, and I think it'd be fun if everyone kind of saw what each other were thinking in terms of where these characters go. I know I don't tend to get any comments on my long form videos, which is fine. And I know that, like, you guys really liked the night short. Like, I got 5 new subscribers just from that. And I will also post a short of this drawing over there for anybody else who wants to see it in short form as well. But yeah, like the idea of being able to comment your own ideas about how these characters interact and what happens with them. Like, I don't know, are they sworn enemies? Were they childhood friends? Do they even know who's behind the helmet? Like, they could be any gender as well, which is kind of like the fun thing about the armor. You know, whatever dynamic you want to go with would be super fun. One thing I will say is I am looking for a name for the Bright Knight, just because, again, I'm still planning this character for a D&D campaign, and I still don't have a name for them, so any help with that would be much appreciated. So yeah, going into this drawing, I was most nervous about the Dark Knight, especially because on my first go at the character creation, I found, let me actually look at it while I'm doing the voiceover. I found that the character ended up being very Star Wars, like it didn't look medieval knight the way that I wanted to, and I went through a lot of trial and error with the actual just like first concept drawing. Like I used gold instead of silver, and then decided to go over that because it did not look good. And I also had a very hard time with the fact that you could only go so dark with these markers. And I think the very stark black made the character look very like blocky and Lego-like. So it was definitely trying to change that with this second drawing. I do like the way it turns out. I think not being afraid to add lighter colors, like I do end up adding white highlight in this drawing eventually. was the way to go, so that's good. So this spread isn't actually what I had planned on doing for today. You guys just liked these guys so much that I was like, hey, why not? But this isn't what my usual content is. As much as I do love this, you could expect some more of like still me drawing some animals or some food. I've been cooking a lot recently, so I actually have a dish that I've been meaning and wanting to draw. So don't expect these characters to come up again until probably next week. You know, because I do need to find like more inspiration for what I want to do with them and stuff. But I do plan on eventually filling this whole spread with like interactions, I guess, between them. So that is exciting. I do only do one drawing in this video, and that's mostly because I'm still having a hard time. I find the armor's definitely been a challenge for me, and I just take a lot longer. Okay, and I think that's just because there's still a lot of indecision. But just these guys took an hour and a half to draw, and it's like a quarter of a page. That's fine, and I don't mind spending a long time on them. This week in particular, though, I have a big assignment for my summer course, so and it's been kind of like tedious. It's like an essay type thing. Anyways, y'all don't care, but definitely trying to prioritize school, at least just for this week. So just, I'm sorry, I keep like scratching the paper because it's satisfying, but just for this week, just the one drawing. Oh yeah, another thing is you'll notice that in the reference, and also like I draw it out at first, there is a sword in the mix. Like the Bright Knight is holding a sword to the Dark Knight, and I end up not really adding that in, mostly because, again, I want you guys to kind of choose what the dynamic is. I don't know if they're enemies. I don't know what their deal is. I don't know if they're like trying to fight over a princess, or if they're in different like militaries, different nations, and they're at war or something. But I want that to be like your decision. And I just thought leaving the sword there would lead you too far in the one direction, and like there could be maybe he's getting ready to pull the sword, or it could be some other reason that they're in this tension I don't know, with each other. I do want to say too that this is a queer safe space, so if that is the direction you want to go in, by all means, that is fine with me too. Yeah, just wanted to put that out there. And I say all this knowing full well as well, I just like didn't like the way the sword looked, and I don't think I did the proportions right, so that's another reason why I just took it out. But yeah, ultimately, in the end, I'm really happy with the way they look together. I like that some of the colors are similar across them, and that really helped in making them look like they're part of the same universe, and I think I was able to stay true to my original kind of take on the Dark Knight's armor, while still making it look like medieval knight, like not super Star Warsy again, for example. So that's really good. Anyways, getting into a little bit of housekeeping now. If you notice that halfway through most of my videos, the sound is muted on like my actual marker sounds, it's because while I'm drawing, the AC turns on in my room, and that's very loud. And also as well, like sometimes my family will come down early. I started filming this around like, I want to say 5:30 in the morning, and I do that because I don't want to be like bothering my family or have them be quiet for me just doing like a silly little hobby, while, you know, they're stressed about work things, other things, you know. But I also want to be mindful of your ears, that it sounds, because I'm in an unfinished basement where I film, it sounds very loud when they do come down and when the AC turns on. So sometimes I'll just mute it, leave you guys with the cozy music. But yeah, if you ever wonder why like the marker sounds just like stop sometimes, like halfway through my long form or the shorts, that would be why. It's not that big of a deal, right? The other thing is I did end up finding more royalty-free music, which means that there's gonna be some new music on this video. Just so that I'm not like repeating the same music over and over for you guys. I could add more to the repertoire. If you're new, I don't think that matters as much. The music I did find is very like, I feel like every YouTuber has used the music before. Like you could tell you've heard it somewhere before, which is fine. It's okay. As long as it's cozy and keeping you guys company, I hope you guys don't mind. Anyways, that's enough of me chatting. I'll leave you guys with the music. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. It truly means so much to me. Don't forget to comment what you guys think about the characters and what you think their story should be. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe if you liked the vibes. I post every Wednesday and Friday with an extra short on Monday. So I will see you guys on Friday. Oh, also, if you know anywhere to get good royalty-free music, let me know. Anyways, bye!